Academic experts predict that the federal government's much-anticipated white paper to be released today will impact on every Australian. Professor John Bell is Assistant Dean of Research at Queensland University of Technology's Built Environment and Engineering faculty. He is an expert in renewable energy, electricity generation and energy efficiency. He is also a former board member of Australia's Business Council for Sustainable Energy.
Today's announcement will affect everyone because it's not just about energy generation. That affects industry, that affects the price of fuel. It's going to affect everyone because everything that we use consumes energy and the costs will be passed on to everyone.
The carbon pollution reduction scheme will involve reducing or capping the carbon emissions that come from electricity generation and other sources. It will tax those companies that emit more than they are permitted. Professor Bell said today's announcement needs to be clear and give investment certainty to business, particularly the energy industry.
Well, I think we need to provide a definite framework for people to be able to work into the future, for industry to be able to invest in the energy generation technologies they need and the demand systems that they need. We need to become more efficient in how we use energy as well, and this has got to encourage that, as well as encouraging alternate generation.
Professor Bell says the expected reduction target of only 10 to 15% would not encourage investment in lower emission technology, such as gas-fired generation, creating a missed opportunity.
If the target is sufficient, then gas will be a better fuel than coal because the emissions are lower. Therefore, there will certainly be a great incentive for gas producers to actually produce electricity to feed into the electricity system.
Professor Bell says a low-level carbon reduction target such as 10% would not have a significant impact. He says this can be achieved by simply being more energy efficient. In an ideal world, how should Australia's energy infrastructure change?
The Carbon Pollution Reduction Scheme offers an opportunity to transform our energy system from a 19th century technology base to a 21st century system, which will be quite different in how we generate and deliver energy services. You'd see a lot of solar panels, you'd see a lot of solar thermal hot water systems on houses, but that's only one part of it. I mean, industry will probably have a lot more direct use of solar energy for process heat. They might use other sources of heat, such as ground source heat pumps, to generate some of their low-grade heat needs. There'll be embedded generation using not just renewable resources, but gas to provide both electricity and cold water. You'll be using some medium-scale, variable time generation systems, such as tidal or wind generation, which aren't 24-hour-a-day generation systems. But by combining that together with all these forms of generation, we'll end up with an energy system that can deliver what we need, when we need it, and where we need it. At the moment, we just have large-scale systems which pump out power and deliver as much as you need through a set of wires. It's very old-fashioned technology in that sense.
Professor Bell will provide comment on Expert Guide after Prime Minister Kevin Rudd's announcement today. He will also participate in an online forum about the government's white paper. In Brisbane, this is Emily Clark reporting for Expert Guide.